Crown Clash event. Here's everything you need to know about that event and more. So this event is going to be Saturday, May 10th, 10 a.m. to Sunday, May 18th, 8 p.m. your local time. This event will debut 2 new costume Pokemon, Nidoking and Nidoqueen, wearing a crown, as well as the debut of the big blade Pokemon Kingambit, which is Bisharp's evolution. We'll get into how to get in a little bit, but it's not what you think. Event bonuses are going to be 2 times evolution XP, increased chance to encounter shiny Slowpoke, Combi Litleo, Nidoking, and Nidoqueen wearing a crown. Based on past events, usually it's a 1 in 128 shiny odds, but I could see the Nidoking and Nidoqueen having a 1 in 64. You might also get a King's Rock item after catching Slowpokes during the event. Wild spawns your event will be Slowpoke, Slackoth, Piplup, Combi, Snivy, Litleo, and rare spawns for Ponyard. We'll have event exclusive field research tasks to get you rewards with event themed Pokemon, an event exclusive collection challenge focused on catching and evolving Pokemon, getting you XP Stardust and encounters with Ponyard. Additionally, after you complete this collection challenge, you will get the following bonus for the remainder of the event of 1 guaranteed Candy XL after evolving a Pokemon. So make sure you complete the collection challenge as quick as you can, because it does unlock a secret bonus. 1-star raids during the event will be Sneasel, Clink, Ponyard. 3-star raids will be Nidoking wearing a crown, Nidoqueen wearing a crown, and 5-star raids until May 12th will be Tapu Fini, which knows nature's madness. 100% EV of 1632 non-weather boosted, 2041 weather boosted in rainy and cloudy weather, with the best counters of Mega Sceptile, Mega Gengar, Kartana, Shadow Raikou, Shadow Electivire, Mega Beedrill, Xurkitree, Mega Manectric, Thunderous Therian, Shadow Zapdos, Shadow Megazone, and Shadow Sceptile. That will then switch on May 12th to the Lake Guardian Trio, depending where you are in the world. You'll get Uxie in the Asia Pacific region, 100% EV of 1442 non-weather boosted, 1803 weather boosted in windy. Mesprit in Europe, Middle East, Africa, and India, 100% EV of 1747 non-weather boosted, 2184 weather boosted in windy. And Azelf in the Americas and Greenland, 100% EV of 1834 non-weather boosted, 2293 weather boosted in windy weather. All 3 of these Pokemon are psychic types, so the best counters overall will be Dawnwings Necrozma, Mega Gengar, Shadow Tyranitar, Mega Absol, Mega Banette, Shadow Absol, Mega Houndoom, Mega Rayquaza, Shadow Chandelure, Shadow Mewtwo, and Shadow Gengar. Then as far as Mega rates, until May 12th at 10 a.m. we'll have Mega Houndoom, 100% EV of 1505 non-weather boosted, 1882 weather boosted in foggy or sunny. And that will switch into Mega Gyarados on May 12th, 100% EV of 1937 non-weather boosted, 2422 weather boosted in rainy or windy. We also have exclusive showcases during the event focused on event-themed Pokemon. Do your best to win them, and let's get into the tips. Okay, Kingambit, everybody wonders, is this Pokemon any good? Well, first of all, how do we even get Kingambit? Well, to evolve a Bisharp into a Kingambit, you need to make it your buddy and complete adventure tasks. These tasks are defeat 15 dark or steel type Pokemon in raids. Yes, you heard me right, raids. Now, in the main series games, to evolve Bisharp into Kingambit, you need to defeat 3 Bisharps, only using Bisharp while holding the leader's crest. And to get the leader's crest, you would have to find a Bisharp holding one. So yeah, a little bit annoying to do and a little expensive unless you use your free passes, but let's go through, is this Pokemon actually worth the hassle? Well, Kingambit is going to be the stage 2 evolution of Ponyard, a dark and steel type Pokemon, attack of 238, stamina of 225, defense of 203, with a max CP level 50 of 4086. As far as fast moves, Kingambit can learn Snarl, Metal Claw, and Metal Sound. And for charge moves, Dark Pulse, Iron Head, X-Scissor, Focus Blast, and Foul Play. These moves could change upon the official release. Now, as far as a dark type attacker with Snarl and Foul Play, it's going to be the number 11 dark type attacker in Pokemon Go. With Metal Claw and Iron Head, you're looking at the number 13 overall steel type attacker. Compared to the other dark types and steel types, really not that good. However, it does have the advantage of being a steel type, which has a lot of resistances, making it slightly more bulky than other attackers you might have, but by no means really worth 15 raids. As far as PvP goes, for the Great League, the best moveset is Snarl, X-Scissor, and Dark Pulse, and this is where I think we could see this Pokemon have play. Beating Pokemon like Blastoise, Galarian Corsola, Corviknight, Cradily, Cresselia, Dunsparce, Dark and Steel is a good type combination. Obviously, you have a 4 times weakness to fighting, and you don't want to see things like Annihilate at all, even any sort of like fairy or ground type Pokemon like Clodsire and Azumarill, but overall it can have some niche play and can sweep certain teams. In the Ultra League, with the threat of Pokemon like Tinkaton and other Pokemon like Feraligatr, this Pokemon will do all right, but again, I'm seeing this Pokemon more as a niche Pokemon with play, by no means a meta breaker, but by no means a Pokemon that you can't have success with. Overall, this is not a must-have day 1 Pokemon, but you might as well grab it, get it for the Dex, and Ponyard most likely will get a community day in the future where it'll probably be a lot easier to get this Pokemon. Also, Kingambit could get its legacy move Kowtow Cleave. I think I said that right. A dark type move, potentially boosting the usability as a dark type attacker even in raids. Overall, the best thing about Kingambit might be the way it looks like a Mario Kart driver when you have it out of its Pokeball. Okay, let's get into the wild spawns. What are the best ones to go after? Starting off with Piplup, which evolves into Empoleon. Shadow Empoleon with Waterfall and Hydro Cannon is the number 8 water type attacker in Pokemon Go, ranked 246 in the Open Great League and 206 in the Open Ultra League. This Pokemon used to be really good in PvP, a little bit fallen off, but definitely could make some play in some limited cups. We have Combee in the wild, which does get you 750 Stardust every time you catch it. Definitely go ahead and catch the Combees if you can, and remember, only the female Combees can evolve into Vespiquen. Snivy is also in the wild, which evolves into Serperior, ranked 73 in the Great League with Vine Whip, Frenzy Plant, and Aerial Ace. We have Litleo, which can be a Ditto disguise, so if you're looking for Ditto or Shiny Ditto, catch those Litleos during the event. Finally, Poniard, which will be a rare spawn, so you can go ahead and activate the spawn tracking feature in your Pokedex if you want to try to hunt those down. But Poniard is a pretty rare shiny, generally locked around 12-kilometer eggs, so if you can get one of those, that would be great. And obviously, you can go ahead and grind the Poniard to try to get yourself a good IV Kingambit if you want to get that. Again, really nice to see Poniard in the wild because generally it's a 12-kilometer egg Pokemon that's a little bit hard to get. Do note though, it is going to be a spawn during Global Go Fest this summer, so you can, if you don't get it, it's not a big deal. Okay, let's talk about the raid bosses. Which one's the best to go after? We have Sneasel, which evolves into Weavile. Weavile is going to be the number 21 dark type attacker in Pokemon Go with Snarl and Foul Play. Shadow Weavile ranked number 8. Meanwhile, number 13 as an ice type attacker with Ice Shard and Avalanche. Shadow Weavile number 3. Not a bad raid boss to go after, but it is spawns quite frequently during events, so it's not too big a deal. Ponder is also going to be in the raids. This is a good opportunity to try to get a better IV Kingambit because the ones in the wild will obviously have, can have a huge range of IVs. Also, this is going to be the best Pokemon to raid for if you want to defeat 15 darker steel type Pokemon in raids to evolve Bisharp into Kingambit. Really easy raid boss to take down. Obviously, again, if you're a free-to-play player, it's going to take you a while to make this evolution. Nidoqueen is also in the raids in the Open Ultra League, ranked number 77, and Nidoqueen is a stage 2 Pokemon, giving you 10 candies if you use a Pineapple Berry when you catch them, and even more Stardust and XL Candy. Tapu Fini is also going to be in the raids for the first half of the event in the 5-star raids, ranked number 280 in the Great League, ranked number 44 in the Ultra League, and ranked number 66 in the Open Master League. A very, very good PvP choice for certain leagues. Do note, though, to get it for the Great League, you need to get a non-weather boosted one and trade it with a friend to get the IVs down. Mega Houndoom is also in the Mega Raids until May 12th. Mega Houndoom is a solid raid attacker, number 4 as a dark type with Snarl and Foul Play, number 19 as a fire type with Fire Fang and Flamethrower, is a soloable Mega Pokemon, and also only costs 100 energy to Mega Evolve, so a cheap Mega Evolution Pokemon. Another good option to go ahead and try to take down for the evolutions for Kingambit. Mega Gyarados will then be in Mega Raids after May 12th, a solid raid attacker, number 9 as a dark type with Bite and Crunch, number 5 as a water type with Waterfall and Hydro Pump, ranked number 39 in the Mega Master League if that ever does return, and a Pokemon that costs 300 Mega Energy to Mega Evolve. Now's your chance to get that Mega Energy to make these evolutions. And again, another Pokemon you can take down with Bisharp as your buddy to make that evolution. As far as max battle bosses, which ones you should be focusing on during that, we have Dynamax Ghastly, which Gigantamax Gengar is the better max Pokemon, so now's your chance to go ahead and grind candies through these battles. Also, if we ever get Max Soup in the future, you could take your Dynamax Ghastlies and turn them into Gigantamax Gengars. Mega Gengar is also the number 2 ghost type attacker in Pokemon Go, and regular Gengar the number 11 ghost type attacker, so not bad to go after this. Also, if you receive it from a trade, it's actually free to evolve that from Haunter into Gengar, so it's a good opportunity to make a bunch of evolutions to grind XP by catching a bunch of Dynamax Ghastlies. Your friend does the same, you guys trade them, and then you can make evolutions for only, I think, 12 candies each. Dynamax Chansey is in there. Dynamax Blissey has changed the difficulty of max battles. It is the best tank, or one of the best tank/healer Pokemon in the game. Definitely go ahead and catch this. This is a max Pokemon you want on your team in the tank role. Also, Chansey and Blissey are both top tier gym defenders. Dynamax Drillbur is also available, which can evolve into Dynamax Excadrill, a top ground and steel type Dynamax attacker. Also, with Mud Slap and Scorching Sands, the number 16 ground type raid attacker, and number 12 steel type attacker with Metal Claw and Iron Head. Dynamax Darumaka is also in there, which evolves into Dynamax Darmanitan, a solid fire type max attacker. Not the best compared to Gigantamax Charizard and Moltres, but still a solid budget option. Also, Darmanitan is a number 23 fire type attacker in Pokemon Go with Fire Fang and Overheat. Okay, all these Pokemon we mentioned, how do you grind a lot of candies for them? Because without candies, you can't power them up. First of all, use Pineapple Berries. Regular Pineapple Berries multiply catch candy by 2, Silvers by 2.34. Also, Mega Evolve a Pokemon. If you Mega Evolve a Pokemon, any Pokemon you catch that shares a type with the Mega, you'll get more candy, XP, and XL candy for catching Pokemon of that type. What Mega should we Mega Evolve during the event? Well, this event includes Water, Psychic, Normal, Bug, Grass, Fire, and Steel type spawns. So really just take a look at what spawns you want to get more candies for. A lot of people might be Poniard. Some people might be talking about things like Nidoqueen. It's up to you. Here are my recommendations though. Primal Kyogre will boost Slowpoke, Piplup, and Combi. Mega Gyarados will boost Slowpoke, Piplup, and Pawniard, and Mega Houndoom will boost Litleo and Pawniard. I would go with the Mega Gyarados, probably the best option, but it's going to be up to you. Also, it is the season of Might and Mastery. Every time you trade away a Pokemon, you'll get 2 regular candies and a guaranteed XL candy. So go ahead and hold on to Pokemon, especially things like Pawniard, trade them away to friends. This is a great opportunity to grind guaranteed XL candies from those Pokemon you catch. Also, anytime you station a Pokemon at a power spot, if people battle in that power spot, you can get candy and even XL candy. So this is a good opportunity to drop in rare Gigantamax Pokemon, like Toxtricity, for example, or Dynamax legendary Pokemon in the power spots to get free candy and XL candy when you're out grinding. Just very good passive resources. Now you need 35 Platinum Medals to go from level 48 to 49 Pokemon Go. Which one should you be working on during the event? Obviously, self-explanatory things like the Delinquent Medal, plenty of Dark types spawning during this event. Same thing with the Swimmer Medal. Any of these type medals you haven't completed, make sure you try to complete them if that type is spawning in the wild. You do get a catch bonus at the bottom here, making it easier to catch that type of Pokemon once you platinum it. We have showcases during the event. Try your best to win them for the Showcase Star Medal. I always recommend going to the showcases that are less popular. It's going to give you the highest chance. Try to go outside the city. And also at the last minute, you can check what position you are in the showcase. See if you caught one that's better by doing the switch out button. If you get Kingambit in your Pokedex, it'll increase your Paldea medal, which is always good. Obviously, you can't platinum it yet, but still. Complete the Rising Star medal by raiding different species of Pokemon. If there's any Pokemon species that you've never seen in raids before, or you've never raided before, for example, like a Nidoqueen. If you've never done a Nidoqueen raid, do one raid to get a point towards the Rising Star medal. You can even raid with your friend to work on your Rising Star dual medal, win 2,000 raids with a friend. Finally, I mentioned the Successor medal, Mega Evolve a Pokemon 1,000 times. If you do Mega Houndoom raids, a good strategy, if you just have too much Mega Energy than what to do with, is you can Mega Evolve 2 Houndooms back and forth. They're a cheap Mega Evolution, only like 50 per. Might feel like a waste of Mega Energy, but this is a good opportunity to just work on this medal, especially if you're just never going to Mega Evolve Mega Houndoom that often. Might as well put that Mega Energy to good use. Now, remember to download all assets in the advanced section of your settings. This will download all assets to your game phone. So the game is pulling the assets off the phone, not the internet, making for a much smoother gameplay experience. While you're in there, also activate native refresh rate. This will use your phone's native refresh rate, making for a much smoother gameplay experience. When you're playing this event, also activate Spatial Rend by Palkia. Palkia's Adventure Effect Spatial Rend can be used for Stardust and Palkia candies. If you don't have one, maybe one of your friends can trade you one over. You just need a Palkia with that attack. This will double your spawn distance from 40 to 80 meters. The more Pokemon you can see, the more Pokemon you can encounter from a single point, more Pokemon you can catch, the more shinies, hundos, all that stuff you'll get. Also, Max Monday on May 12th for Dynamax Ghastly. Good chance to go ahead and try to get a good IV Dynamax Gas. Don't sleep on it. Also, Spotlight Hour on May 13th is for Sandy Gas with 2x transfer candy. This is the only 2x transfer candy event we're getting this month. Kind of like the only 2x transfer candy event we might get before Go Fest, I might say. Who knows? But nonetheless, go ahead and tag all your Pokemon in a tag and transfer them from 6 to 7 p.m. on May 13th. Also, good opportunity to try to get yourself a shiny Sandy Gas. Raid Hour is also on May 14th for the Lake Guardians, Uxie, Azelf, and Mesprit in their respective regions. Why should you play this? These Pokemon are not very good. Yes, but during Raid Hour during the season, every time you catch a Pokemon during a Raid Hour, you're going to get a guaranteed rare XL candy, the rarest item in the game. So if you have the chance, go ahead and try to go and play that Raid Hour to just grind a bunch of rare XL candies. No one cares about the legendaries, just for the rare XL candies. To make it easier to catch those Pokemon, by the way, activate Iceburn Adventure Effect. This will give you a 1.5 times catch multiplier, making it just easier to catch the Lake Guardians and for a much smoother Raid Hour. Okay, let's talk about Buddy Adventure Evolutions. First thing, you might want to buddy a Bisharp during the event to make the evolution, but if you're okay waiting for this evolution, here's a couple tips. Wait until Global Go Fest. During Global Go Fest, we're going to get Crown, Sword, Zacian, and Zamazenta, which are both steel type Pokemon. So if you take the opportunity to just grind a bunch of Bisharps that you want to go ahead and evolve, wait till Go Fest when you'll most likely be doing a lot of raids for the Crown forms of the Zacians. That will be your best opportunity to grind a bunch of these evolutions out instead of wasting your raid passes now. Obviously, it's going to take patience, but it can be great. Also, you can go ahead and activate Iceburn during Global Go Fest to make it easier to catch those Pokemon and activate a buddy or make your Bisharp that's at least a great buddy level. Try to buddy up your Bisharp because that'll give you access to the buddy assist, which if you end up missing a throw on a Zacian or a Zamazenta, your Bisharp can give you the buddy bounce back, kind of helping you actually evolve it. It's kind of cool. If you end up deciding not to evolve Bisharp during the event, some other Pokemon you can work on that are a bit easier is Galarian Slowpoke into Galarian Slowking. You need to catch 30 Psychic types, which some of them are spawning in the wild. Galarian Farfetch into Surfetch. You need to make your buddy land 10 excellent throws. You can do that easily on the wild spawns or Tapu Fini. And Hisuian Quillfish Fish and Galarian Mask into their evolutions. You need to make them your buddy and win 10 raids. If you're going after the Nidoking and Nidoqueens, this is good Pokemon to set as your buddies. Now, if you're still working on your dazzling area masterwork research, here are a couple tips during this event to complete it. First of all, on page 3, you need the bronze showcase medal. Obviously, showcase during the event. Try your best to win them. On page 4, you need your platinum idol medal, so 20 best friends. Try to get those, but you also need to catch 100 Pokemon while in a party. This can be easily completed during Palmy Community Day or even during this event. Palmy Community Day is actually happening May 11th during this event, kind of like overlapping. Page 5, you need 5 Pokemon from Lucky Trades. Go ahead and just do 100 random trades with your friend, especially for things like those Ghastlies we mentioned, to try to get random Lucky Trades. Finally, attend a community ambassador meetup. This is the best way to play Pokemon Go, especially if you're gonna be trying to hatch eggs. When you go on Campfire, you can sort by meetups and look for the ones hosted by a community ambassador. If you go to one of these and you check in, when you're in a party, you're gonna get 25% less egg incubator distance. This is a good opportunity if you're gonna be trying to hatch eggs. I do believe Ponder is in the 10-kilometer eggs right now, but also if you check in at certain events like Dynamax Ghastly Max Monday, you can get a free timed research that will get you 800 free max particles. During Spotlight Hour, you can go ahead and check in to get a free super incubator. During Raid Hour, you can also check in to get a free premium raid pass. Overall, just look for the community ambassador meetups. This is the best place to play events and the best place to find players to complete the raids and just have a good time. Watch the other 2 videos on screen if you enjoyed this one. Good luck during this event. Let me know if you're going to be making this evolution now or just waiting. Follow more tips. Peace.